coming back with another quick video over melanin. I want to initiate this with, I don't intend on doing any kind of race baiting. That's not the purpose of my videos. It's really to explain exactly who we are as African people and counteract a lot of what we see in the media. Oftentimes you always see black people being demonized for something. We're always committing some kind of crime. And to really explain that, I want to show in the science that we're really great, and it's the opposite of what we're taught to believe from birth. So that's really the reason why I do these videos. It's not a reason to point fingers and make people feel as if they're bad. It's really to display to black people who we are and show us the science of our genetics. Now, with that being said, what is melanin? It is the pigment in our skin. It's what gives us the black and brown appearance. There are 4 types of melanin. You have neuromelanin that is created in a pineal gland. You have allomelanin that is in fruits, that is in food, that is in soil, fungi. You have it in plants. It is in various forms of the atmosphere, and you also have these types. Eumelanin, which is called true melanin, is black and brown, found in African people. And you have pheomelanin, or a pale or a dusky melanin, that is red and yellow, found in Europeans. We have these types of melanin found in our skin, hair, and our eyes. And this is what gives us the advantage of being African people, that U or true melanin. Even with the presence of it in our eyes, it's what allows us to put outfits together. It's what allows us to put a nice color scheme or palette together, because what we see having brown, dark brown eyes, pigmented eyes, is different from what other people see. The presence of melanin literally heightens the dimensions of all things. It's also a neurotransmitter. So if you think about, if most people have to go from receptor A to B to C to D, the African, having the presence of melanin, is able to go from receptor A straight to D. This is what allows us to run fast. This is what allows us to think fast. Freestyle rapping. This is what allows us to be able to do things like crump. The body is able to move at whatever degree that we need it to, but with the presence of melanin, it gives you the advantages of having the rhythm. When you look at European people and you think to yourself, why don't they have the natural rhythm that we have? Because they have very low degrees of eumelanin, if any at all. They're mostly based of pheomelanin. Eumelanin is present in melanomas or cancer moles that are located on their skin. But for the most part, eumelanin is found in African people. The advantages of that is the presence of eumelanin acts as a natural sun protectant. We learned that last week. This is what allows us to look 25 up until we're 90. Also, the presence of eumelanin is what takes the energy in from the sun and gives us the ability to produce vitamin D. The presence of vitamin D allows us to produce nutrients. So more vitamin D means your body is able to produce more nutrients. Wet nurses were the African slaves during slavery time that had to feed European babies their breast milk. The reason why is because around the areola of the breast milk of the African woman is eumelanin, allowing her to produce a very nutritious breast milk. And that's what they fed their European babies, because they understood that it was better for the baby. So the presence of melanin in high contents is what gives African people the advantage that we have. This is what allows us to sing well, dance well, think fast, be able to create so many inventions. It is important to understand that African people have created a lot of the inventions that we use every single day, even down to the very computer in which we're looking at. African people have a natural affinity for life due to the presence of melanin. Switching gears a little bit, let's think about fruit. Red wine is a wine that doctors say if you drink a glass a day, it'll keep your heart healthy. That's because the allomelanin found in the grapes literally sucks in the energy from the sun, producing a riper grape. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice is literal, because the blacker means the more sun is going to take in. The riper is going to get, the healthier, the sweeter. Dark chocolate also, that's a natural antioxidant. Dark chocolate is a melanated thing in the universe. So allomelanin is present. Vanilla, it is sweet. It has the presence of melanin. Food with melanin is good for you. That's even what we see. So it's very important to dispel the whole black is bad, light is good. It's actually the very opposite. I'm not saying light is bad. The opposite though, because black is strong, black is pure, black is the most like right. you're stronger. You're going to be able to sing better. You're going to be able to run faster. You're going to be able to jump higher. You're going to be able to live longer. You're going to look younger longer. To be chocolate means that you're the most prototypic individual of all human species, because even the word human means hue, man. The individual with the most hue is the more like a human being. So your individuals who are chocolate are your best individuals in the entire world. So under the system of racism, white supremacy, why does it seem that chocolate individuals are demonized? Because remember, at the Punnett Square, not only are we as African people genetically dominant, but the chocolate individual has the strongest of all people to destroy African genetics. Think about Clementa Pinckney. He was a chocolate individual. When you think about Kanye West, this individual is chocolate complected and he's able to produce music that is phenomenal. When you think about Michael Jordan, this is a chocolate complected man that was able to play basketball. Now, different individuals have their viewpoints, but when you look at Serena Williams, Usain Bolt, Stevie Wonder, Jasmine Sullivan, chocolate complected individuals sing better, they dance better, they perform at a higher altitude. Vivian Thomas, the blue baby doctor, the individual who came up with the entire concept of how to heal blue babies, was a chocolate complected black man. He was a scientist, because the presence of melanin is allowing you to think at a higher altitude than any other individual can. So when you go out into the sun, you stay healthier longer. A lot of things that kill black people are food related diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, things that we ingest, because outside of the food, the melanin is going to take care of the body itself. So it is very important. I end with this saying that we must chocolate individuals in the community. Not only is it hurtful and it induces self-hate and causes those individuals not to want to have black children, but more specifically, it's a lie. Saying that the individual whose chocolate is dumb is a lie. That's actually the very opposite. The one who is the chocolate is able to think at a higher echelon. The one who is chocolate is able to perform at a higher echelon. The one who is chocolate is the biggest genetic threat to racism, white supremacy. So you will often see chocolate women demonized in the media, demonized on TV. When you look at Martin, Pam was always referred to as some kind of animal. Pam was always, picked on by Martin. When Jerome came around, Pam was looked at like an animal. Pam was the chocolate individual. She was the one who displayed the strongest genetic ability to destroy the white gene. Gina, on the other hand, was a lighter complected individual. She was treated better. She had a better job. It's all in the media. It's all in the movies. Anytime you see black, the villain is going to wear black. Anytime it's a bad day, it's going to be a Black Monday in the stock market. When you think about things that just go wrong, it's always had a negative or dark connotation around it. That's because in the fabric of racism, white supremacy, it is incorporated to always regard black as bad, because it's the very opposite. Black is good. Black is great. Those individuals are your strongest. So let's get to a place of not calling individuals dark and ugly and saying that this young lady is cute for a dark girl, or this young man is ugly because he's chocolate. It's actually the very opposite. These individuals are the most attractive. These individuals are the strongest. They're going to produce Einsteins. They do produce Einsteins. So I hope you all have a great evening.